We cover 98 square miles as a first response fire service. We cover 450 square miles as a first response ambulance service. We have 41 paid staff, and we have 25 operational volunteers and 25 non-operational volunteers. We had a strike team leader and an engine down in California assisting with the fires that were occurring in December. A lot of hard work and energy going into that.
How are you?
They had been away from their families for 15 days, so there was a lot of excitement for the families for those folks coming back from the fires, that's for certain. The Christmas lights on 99 are a big part of our annual put up and take down. The department sponsors Toy for Joy program, where this year we're going to go out to 270 kids and drop off toys. We've created a lot of new partnerships. We have a ambulance in Amity that is staffed in Amity Monday through Friday. We're at 8,100 calls last year and looking to go past that this year.
Our visits are going up, people coming here just to use the services within the library, a place to be, but we also have lots of different programs going on throughout the library, and then we also do outreach into the community where we have programs, ideas, and connections and learning.
Today we lunch in the tub.
We have story times in the Carnegie Room. That's about early literacy skills. In terms of this last year, looking back, the highlight that I see, which is huge, is that we converted to RFID tags in every single item in every single library. Check the books in, check the books out in a different way that's a quicker process. Two, we've really worked to go outside of the walls of the library. And so we're taking the bookmobile out, but we're also taking programs out. We're going to where the people are, which I think is something that people have become more accustomed to.
State records clear.
We had 30,000 calls for service last year alone. That's well over 80 calls a day. We have 41 sworn officers, and so we're growing, which is good because I think the citizens of Mac are expecting the police services to have the capacity to address the issues. We've formed and stood up a downtown safety task force that's looking at solving behavioral issues in the core area. We've got somebody that's dedicated downtown. We've taken an aggressive, appropriate approach to solving issues with respect to those behaviors. I think that's what I want people to understand, is that Mac PD is there for them. The work we do is important, and it is impactful to people's lives. Some person may only call the police department once in their entire life, and we need to be our best.
Planning's all about sort of setting the table for the community's growth. We really started putting some of the structural systems in place to have a pretty comprehensive community discussion in the future about McMinnville's growth. Well, this is a great example right here with the Atticus Hotel. This is a infill project in a downtown. It's taking a parking lot and redeveloping it into a 4-story hotel. That went through our planning process on many different levels. On the planning side, we reviewed and approved several larger subdivisions. And then on the building side, we worked really hard to support the school district with their school construction bonds. We had a lot of school projects underway in the summer, very tight time frame. That was a huge feat and a great collaboration between the school and the city. We're making sure what's built today has enduring value for the community, and that is something that we use as a decision-making filter for everything we do.
The City Attorney's Office provides legal advice and guidance to the mayor, the city council, city manager, in large part to ensure that the local government in the delivery of its services to the public does so in a fair and equal way.
That burden of proof would be upon the city of McMinnville.
The municipal court handles traffic enforcement. In 2017, nearly 2,700 traffic infractions. In addition, the municipal court handles misdemeanor cases, and so having a municipal court here allows us to pay attention to those types of crimes that really affect livability within the city, and to ensure that our priorities in how we prosecute those cases at municipal court track with the council and the city's goals and priorities for things we're trying to accomplish, initiatives within the city.
Community development is in charge of most of the city's built infrastructure. With the passage of the transportation bond in 2014, we've been rolling out road improvement projects. Work sort of peaked this summer with several projects underway at the same time. The 5th Street corridor is finished and traffic is using that heavily. This summer we were able to complete several pedestrian improvement projects near schools. Added a sidewalk on Ford Street in the dip south of 1st Street. That was a identified community need. Growth has been occurring, so you'll see work on Hill Road that's expected to be completed in the fall of this year. We've had 2nd Street in the Adams Baker area under construction this summer, and the addition of the left turn signals and left turn lanes with that project will relieve some of the congestion in the 2nd Street corridor. Sort of the foundation of our wastewater treatment system is an organic process that collects the waste and treats it to the highest standard in the state. We've expanded the plant by 1/3 essentially. That gives us some redundancy and it gives us capacity into the future to allow the community to grow. There's been a large project at the airport to reconstruct the main runway. It's been a significant project. That runway will serve us well into the future for the next 3 decades or so.
The Parks and Rec Department is here for the community to recreate, participate in team sports, have a meal at the Wortman Park Cafe, take a swim at the Aquatic Center, come play pickleball with us at the Community Center, sign up for a gymnastics class. We'd love to see how we can help get the community more involved in the Parks and Recreation program for the City of McMinnville. For our Kids on the Block after school program, we have over 400 kids participate in that really important program for our community. Our rec sports programs, we have over 3,500 people participate in those. And at the Senior Center, we have over 6,000 people a year participate in those programs. And that doesn't even include our outdoor parks and all the visitors that we have there. This is the site of what's known as the Northwest Neighborhood Park for McMinnville. And it's really going to be one of the jewels in our park system. Unique in that it's one of the first parks for the City of McMinnville that will be what we call barrier-free and inclusive, which means that we're using design elements to bridge barriers so that people of all abilities can really participate and recreate at this park. It will be a park that everyone can participate and engage in and experience and have a lot of fun in.